Okay, today we are going to be writing equations of lines in what is called point-slope form. Point-slope form. Point-slope form looks like this. It's the letter y minus the y value given at a point equal to the slope, left parenthesis, the letter x, and the other, or the x value of the point given that you're working with. So when you're writing an equation in point-slope form, you need the slope, which is the m, and you need a point, which is your x sub 1 and your y sub 1. So here's the way that this works. You're going to be asked to write an equation of a line, or write an equation of each line. And you're going to be given the slope and you're going to be given a point. So let's say that the slope, or the m, is equal to 3/5. And the point that the line goes through -5, 2. All right, so pay attention. This is in this case is very simple. You write the letter y. Then you write the opposite of the x value, or the opposite of the y value given. The form, point slope form, says y and the opposite of y sub 1. So we go y and the opposite of y sub 1. So we go -2 equals slope 3/5. Left parenthesis, letter x. Now, in these parentheses, you're going with the opposite of the x sub 1, or the opposite of the x value given. So if the x value given is -5, then we go +5. Close the parentheses, and that's the equation in point-slope form for a line with a slope of 3/5 that goes through the point -5, 2. All right, so let's write another equation that has a slope of 3 and it goes through -7, -1. So our equation is the letter y and the opposite of the y value given, so +1, equals the slope, which is 3, the letter x, and then the opposite of the x value given. So we would go with -7, close the parentheses, and you're finished. Guys, put the food away, please. All right, so let's write one more of these, one more equation. We've got a slope now of -3. We're going through the point 1, negative 4. So our equation in point slope form, again, is the letter y, the opposite of the y value given, so we go plus 4, equal to the slope, in this case, negative 3, left parenthesis, the letter x, and then the opposite of the x value given. So we would go minus 1. Everybody okay with that? You're given the slope, you're given a point that's on the line, the opposite of the y value, the opposite of the y value given goes right here. The opposite of the x value given goes right here. Slope goes between the equal sign and the parentheses. All right, then in the second part of your assignment today, you'll be asked to write in point slope form an equation of the line through each pair of points. Now you're just going to be given 2 points. And let's say that you're given 3, 2, and 5, 8. Well, if you need to write this equation in point slope form, you need the slope. And when you're given 2 points, you can find the slope. All right, we label the points, our x sub 1 and our y sub 1, x sub 2 and y sub 2. And then we use the slope formula. So our m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1, so 8 minus 2, over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is 5 minus 3. So our slope is equal to 6 over 2, which is 3. Now we've got a slope, which is 3, and we've got 2 different points. You can use either point to write the equation, but today, for consistency's sake, everybody use the first point that's given. You're going to find the slope, which we just did, and use the first point given in the problem to write your equation. So our equation here would be the letter y and the opposite of this first y value. So y minus 2 equal to the slope, left parenthesis letter x, and the opposite of the x value given, so minus 3. So we're going to take the 2 points that are given, we're going to find the slope. Then we're going to use the first point and the slope that we just found to write an equation in point slope form. All right, so let's look at another one of those. Now we're given the point let's say we're given negative 2, negative 5, and 4, 9. So again, label the points, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Find your slope. So 9 minus negative 5 over 4 minus negative 2. 9 minus negative 5, that is a 14. 4 minus negative 2 is a 6. 14 over 6 simplifies to 7/3. So our equation is the letter y and the opposite of the y value given, so we're going to go y plus 5, is equal to the slope, which is 7/3, times the letter x and the opposite of the x value given, so plus 2. Any questions? Yes?
Are we writing our simple question?
I'll get back to you on that. Any other questions about what we're doing today? Writing equations in point slope form when you're given the point and the slope, and then writing equations when you're just given 2 points. And again, especially for electronic assignment's sake, make sure that you're using the first point given when you write your equation. Use the first point that's given in the problem when you're writing your equation. All right, so your practice today is going to be on page 86. Problems 10 through 21.